Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a machine that's basically built on two incredible ideas: razor-sharp precision and just raw, unfiltered power. We are, of course, talking about the BMW M4 CSL, and we're about to find out what happens when you push those two things to their absolute breaking point limit.
But before we get all tangled up in the specs and the design details, let's start with a simple question. It's a question that I think gets right to the soul of this car. Forget the numbers for a second. What does 3.4 seconds actually feel like? I mean, it's so much more than just a blink of an eye. It's this violent, kind of beautiful reordering of your senses. So, let's do that. Let's unpack that explosive feeling. How on earth does a car take a tiny little moment in time and turn it into something so dramatic, so unforgettable? Well, the answer really starts with one very, very specific number.
And there it is, 3.4 seconds. That's how long it takes the BMW M4 CSL to go from a dead stop to 100 kilometers per hour. Now that isn't just fast, that's a mind-bending feat of engineering. It's this relentless, brutal push that just slams you into your seat and completely rewrites what you thought speed was. So what kind of power does it take to create that kind of force?
Well, the answer, as you can probably guess, is all under the hood. To get that kind of insane acceleration, you need a power source that is nothing short of immense. So let's take a look at the actual beating heart of the M4 CSL, its engine.
Okay, so here's the first half of the power puzzle: 543 brake horsepower. And that's not just a number on a spec sheet, That's the raw, pure, unfiltered muscle this engine can churn out. It's what gives you that blistering top-end speed, that feeling of never-ending force that just keeps on pushing you long after you've launched.
But horsepower, that's only half the story. Here's the other half: 650 Newton meters of torque. So if horsepower is like a sprinter's top speed, torque is that explosive, incredible power that gets them out of the starting blocks in the first place. It's that immediate twisting force that gives you the brutal launch, that feeling of being shot out of a cannon.
And this is where all that performance comes from: BMW's 3.0-liter M twin-power turbo inline-6 engine. This thing is an absolute marvel of engineering, and it's responsible for making all that massive horsepower and all that incredible torque. It's not just the heart of the beast, it's really the soul of the machine.
When a car has this much power packed inside, the design can't really afford to be subtle, can it? It has to be a visual promise of the performance waiting to be unleashed. And for me, nowhere is that promise clearer than at the back of the car. It is a masterclass in aggressive, functional design.
And look, every single element back here has a job to do. Those CSL-style laser taillights, they create this intricate web-like pattern that's just instantly recognizable. Then you look down, and that massive carbon fiber rear diffuser isn't just for looks. It's actively managing airflow to keep the car glued to the road at speed. And finally, the quad-pipe titanium muffler. That's the final, thundering statement that promises a soundtrack just as ferocious as the car itself.
So when you put it all together, you take the raw power from that inline-6 and you combine it with these really deliberate, aggressive design choices, you get the absolute essence of the M4 CSL. At the end of the day, this is a machine that was forged at that perfect intersection of precision and power.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? When you fuse this level of mechanical perfection with such an unapologetic, in-your-face attitude, have you created something that's more than just a car? Is this the ultimate fusion of engineering and attitude? I'll let you be the judge of that.